Organizing theory ke andar we have classical organizing theory, which comprises the cumulative insights of early management writers on how organizational resources can be used best to enhance goal attainment. So this section is going to discuss three major components of classical organizing theory. We have Weber's bureaucratic model, division of labor, and structure. The writer who probably had the most profound influence on classical organizing theory was Max Weber. We all know about him because we studied his bureaucracy model in our second chapter about the history of management. So most agree that Weber's most notable contribution to classical organizing theory was his concept of bureaucracy. Specifically, Weber used the term bureaucracy to label the management system, जिसमें तीन primary components होते हैं. Detailed procedures and rules, number one. Number two, a clearly outlined organizational hierarchy. And number three, impersonal relationships among organization members. Although he firmly believed in the bureaucratic approach to organizing, he was concerned that managers were inclined to overemphasize the merits of a bureaucracy. He cautioned that a bureaucracy is not an end in itself, but rather a means to the end of the management system goal attainment. अच्छा, Weber की bureaucracy model पे again there were some criticisms, and the main criticism और ये जो criticisms हैं ये दूसरे classical approaches पर भी हैं, as we discussed again in the second chapter. So this criticism is that they give very short shrift or very less consideration to the human variable within organizations. In fact, it is recognized today that the bureaucratic approach without an appropriate emphasis on the human variable is almost certainly a formula for organizational failure. A primary consideration of any organizing effort is how to divide labor. Division of labor is the assignment of various portions of a particular task among a number of organization members. Division of labor क्या होती है? Simply एक individual जो कि सारी job करे, entire उस job के task करे, उसके बजाय several individuals would be performing different parts of it. प्रोडक्शन को कुछ स्टेप्स में डिवाइड कर दिया जाता है और डिफरेंट लोगों को, डिफरेंट इंडिविजुअल्स को रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी दी जाती है कि उनको वो स्टेप्स कंप्लीट करने हैं जो उनको असाइन किए गए हैं. द एसेंस ऑफ डिविजन ऑफ लेबर इज दैट इंडिविजुअल्स स्पेशलाइज in doing part of a task rather than the entire task. एक डिवीजन ऑफ लेबर की जो सबसे बड़ी एग्जांपल और सबसे कॉमन एग्जांपल है, दैट्स द ऑटोमोबाइल प्रोडक्शन लाइन. What happens in that, rather than one person assembling an entire car, specific portions of the car are assembled by various workers. ज़्यादातर जो डिवीजन ऑफ लेबर की एसोसिएशन है वो ऑटोमोबाइल्स के साथ ही की जाती है, बट division of labor does play an important role in a variety of businesses, not only the automobile assembly line. Several explanations have been offered for the usefulness of division of labor. First, when workers specialize in a particular task, their skill at performing that task, of course, it tends to increase. एक ही काम जो एक इंडिविजुअल करता रहेगा वो उसमें बेहतर स्किल्ड बन जाएगा. Then second, workers who have one job and one place in which to do it do not lose valuable time changing tools or locations. Third, when workers concentrate on performing only one job, they naturally try to make the job easier and more efficient. Lastly, division of labor creates a situation in which workers need only to know how to perform their part of the work task rather than the entire process for producing the end product. The task of understanding their work, therefore, does not become too burdensome. But of course, division of labor के लिए कुछ disadvantages भी हैं जो arguments दी जाती हैं according to those. Essentially, these arguments contend that division of labor focuses solely on efficiency and economic benefit and overlooks the human variable in organizations. Work that is extremely specialized tends to be boring and therefore will eventually cause production rates to go down as workers become resentful of being treated like machines. Clearly, managers need to find a reasonable balance between specialization and human motivation. Finding this balance is an ongoing challenge for organizations and an area of continued study.